Incredible flavours, even better stories. One pour, 10 minutes. Aussie Bourbon Lovers, sharing bourbon with Australia.
Finally, I get a good cork pop. Finally, I get a good cork
Great
pop.
cork pop, Dave.
What are we having, H?
We're having a minor case whiskey, and it's finished in a. Let me get it right. Is it a? Oh, I've forgotten. It's a rye whiskey, and it's finished in a sherry cask.
It's finished in a cast?
Cask.
What are we, broken our arms or something? This is good fun. This is why I like not editing these, because it's an opportunity to poke fun at each other. Here we go. So minor case is a rye. Cheers. And yes, it's got that delicious sherry note that you're going to be looking for if you like this kind of rye that's finished somewhere. It's what we get to call a Kentucky-style rye.
Yeah.
What's that, Age?
It's not a bourbon because
It's not a bourbon.
It doesn't have 51% corn.
No. What does it have 51% of?
It's 51% rye.
In fact, it has to be a minimum of 51% rye to be called a rye. How much does it have?
51%.
There you go.
It scrapes in. It's like it's almost, what do you say, just not a bourbon.
Because how much corn does it have?
It's got 45% corn and 4% malted barley.
So this is. I mean, there's a lot of ryes we don't know what the mash bills are. This is a pretty disclosable, very close to the line. Could be a rye, could be a bourbon.
Yeah, well, they only need to just alter those numbers a teeny tiny bit and they've got a bourbon. But it's got that beautiful, like sweet grainy smell to it.
I love the sherry nose that comes through because of that, the way that it's finished in the sherry cask. And it's not that, I think of grassy, minty, peppery notes that are a 95.5 rye for me is too much. I have trouble with it. In terms of I'll enjoy it, but I much prefer a Kentucky-style rye.
Yeah, you prefer the corn.
More corn.
Yeah.
And just less of what feels like a grassiness or the heat that you get from that.
You get that little, like that slight dryness. I find with the rye, it's like that white wine kind of is like how I liken it. Like to that slight dryness on your tongue when you have a rye.
Yeah, and you still get that here, but it's like having a mild curry instead of a hot curry. Or something. That's a terrible analogy, but it's like it's a small difference.
You've still got plenty of that corn in this one.
Yeah.
Which is why Dave likes it so much.
So you forgot that this was made somewhere that we've actually been before.
Yes.
Tell us about.
We've been to Limestone Branch.
Yep.
And it's this very teeny tiny little distillery. I loved it.
By Kentucky standards, yeah.
Well, yeah, as in you can go to some really big ones and like places that are huge, but this was a very small little distillery, and they gave us a great history of minor case and all these connections to the Beam family.
Well, minor case is a person's name. It's a guy's name. And his surname is Beam. Minor case Beam.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I thought I said something wrong.
No, you just didn't finish his whole name. Minor case Beam is like Jim Beam, James B. Beams.
Yeah. But like all that family and all their connection to bourbon and the whole family tree, they gave us a really great history in all of that before they let us leave out of a barrel. And, yeah, it was really great. And, I just really loved it. And, again, so many cool stories to go with the bottle.
I don't know if it was actually Minor Case who went across the border during Prohibition.
No, I think it was one of his.
Remind us the story of this.
One of the stories I loved from this distillery was him or his grandfather or like someone in the family lineage had kept the distillery going during Prohibition, technically, because they'd escaped to Canada to keep distilling. So they had kind of kept distilling. But I got a great chuckle out of the fact that I think when they left, they had 2 kids, and then when they came back after Prohibition, there was 11. So he obviously got home to visit a few times. Well,
great. Or she enjoyed his absence.
But, yeah, it was like this amazing thing of like he just was like, rightio, we're going to keep this going, so I'm heading off, see you later, and went to Canada and kept it going.
Limestone Branch is one of these great – I mean, you can visit so many different distilleries in Kentucky, but
so many different ones.
This is one of these great kind of distillery experiences where you have a really intimate experience. You kind of rock up, you're one of the only few cars in the car park, and you wander in and they greet you and we'll be with you in a few minutes kind of thing, and then you do the tour.
Yeah, it's one of those really, when they say family run, you literally know that there's family and a few staff and the little farm that you're on. It's all.
I think it is part of the bigger Ross and Squibb group, isn't it? But
Absolutely.
I could be wrong about that, but it's
when
a
you got
beautiful.
Beam as your surname, is he the one that's got the really cool middle name?
Minor Case Beam.
No, like one of his brothers is or is that
Stephen Beam, the guy who's running it now.
No, the one with B. No, it doesn't matter.
This is very hard for me to know how to help you.
Some of the really cool middle name that you liked, but I don't think is it B Beam. No, I can't remember. Anyway.
I don't know. I think you might be talking about someone else. Colonel, one of the colonels has Bacon as their middle name.
Maybe that's it. But that's a different connection altogether.
Can't remember which one now.
Yeah.
Blanton. Blanton,
yeah.
Bacon.
Yeah, that's right.
Bacon.
But
Blanton.
Minor Case. Again, cool name. I like the trademark.
One of the great things about the Minor Case packaging is the packaging.
Oh.
Have a look at how good this bottle is. That's like,
old school
fully
glass.
debossed.
Yeah.
Glass, proper old. And this is probably, I think this is as close to what it would have looked like when they
Well, that's
first
the look
made
they're
it.
going
right?
for, yeah.
That's proper. I want me a whiskey in the, I don't know, pre-prohibition.
Prohibition, yeah. It's like a good bottle, delicious taste. Oh, I said delicious again, delicious tasting liquid.
Yeah.
Delightful tasting liquid. Dave's going to start a delicious jar instead of a swear jar for me because I say delicious too much when I'm talking about it.
When you take a nice rye whiskey or a bourbon for that matter and you finish it in a secondary barrel, can you tell me a little bit about what that looks like? What happens? What do you do?
Well, they've finished the rye whiskey or the bourbon or whatever they're making and then they've put it into a barrel that's had sherry or port or something else in it and finish it for, it depends on how long they like to leave it. Everyone's different, a few months, years, weeks, whatever, until they get that flavour that they want from that and add it to their whiskey, which this is, it's got a delightful sherry, definitely on the nose, but I think to the taste, do you find that there's a sherry taste there or is it more just that sweet edge?
I reckon there's that like little bit of a sweetness that kind of comes back, like a plummy.
Almost the aftertaste. You get that fruity bit.
The back of your cheeks or something like it's not like you're drinking sherry.
No, I find it's more on the nose, and then when you have it, it's sort of like that nice dry rye kind of flavour, but then you get that fruitiness afterwards. That's what I'm getting anyway.
Yeah, cool. And it's quite different so when you have a single malt or when you have a kind of those Australian whiskies that have the sherry cask maturation, they take the new make spirit, so the white, clear stuff, the runny stuff, straight off the still, and they put it straight into a sherry cask in that instance, or a port cask or a Pinot cask or whatever it is, and they age it for the whole time in a barrel.
The whole time it's getting those flavours.
A first fill, so straight in after a sherry, for example, or a second or third fill. And so the extraction's very different in that way because you're maturing from the new make spirit.
Yeah,
whereas
this is maturing in the American oak, and then they take it and put it in one of those barrels.
Still new charred American oak to begin with to get it to what is full maturation, and then it's just finished up.
Yeah.
And as you say, it's only ever a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And when they're doing it, it's sometimes a really
and they're testing it constantly until they get the flavour they want, and then out it comes.
Right, all right.
It's like, I want to be one of those people who go in and test it each day to see if it's the flavour you want.
Well, some of these guys are doing, depending on what the finish is, sometimes it's every day they taste it.
Yeah, or when they know it's getting near because they don't want it to go too much. And you want to bottle the best stuff. So you got to taste it, and 24 hours later, if it's the best, get it out and bottle it up and send it to us to drink.
Can I make an awful admission?
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
I'm not sure I am, Dave.
Before we went to Limestone Branch, I walked past this bottle because you can get it really easily in Australia at Dan's.
Yeah.
I walked past this bottle a lot.
Why would it look so cool?
And worse than that.
Oh, because it said rye?
Because it said rye, because I was it's a bit old looking. Is that going to be any good? I'm so vulnerable to how things look. In hindsight, it's a really pretty bottle, but part of the thing that makes me think it's a pretty bottle is how good it tastes. It's really good.
Yeah.
Get some.
You're slightly influenced by the fact you've tasted it now.
Well, you can't see as well. The other thing is you can't see what the mash bill is. You can't see that it's a Kentucky-style rye. This is pretty bourbony, but it's got a nice finish.
Yeah.
But wait, worse than all of this, we had this on our shelf for ages, and the only reason we opened it recently was because it's recently been Rye July.
Yeah.
And so I opened it alongside
Well, that's
barrel seagrass, which I knew was amazing. And then a Whistle Pig 10-year, which was
Yeah.
also very good.
it's like
And
you're telling
all of
me
a
some
sudden,
big secret. Dave.
don't tell anyone. All of a sudden, I went from being the guy who doesn't like rye to opening 3 bottles of rye that I really wasn't expecting to like any of them.
He liked
I
all.
really liked all of them.
Look at the difference rye July can make.
How
Dave.
embarrassing. And what a good thing I didn't do dry July, because I wouldn't have been able to experience that at all.
But well done to all the people who did.
So if you like bourbon, find yourself some Kentucky-style bourbon.
Yeah.
Definitely is a starting point. And you can try some ryes as well, of course, and see if you like the, the 95.5s or the big one. But
Some people prefer rye.
I know.
Just not Dave.
But I really like the bourbons, and this is the direction that I like to go in. And definitely try them, because the spice and the minty, grassy characteristic is a bit of fun. And particularly if you want to just dip your toe in the water, try something like this, which has got that cherry barrel finish, or the barrel seagrass, which
Or
also
that's got
has
a
that.
large corn percentage. Like, even though it's still technically a rye.
It is definitely a rye. Grab yourself a rye. Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you're connected with us on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and stay connected with us by clicking subscribe on your favourite podcast app.